Everything you want, like wealth, success, love, and influence, is already within your reach. It's not hidden away or just for a select few. The truth is, whatever you desire is waiting for you to claim it. The only thing stopping you is you. Just wanting something isn't enough. Wishing or hoping won't make it happen. You need to become the kind of person who naturally attracts what you're looking for. Think of your personality as a magnet. It's already pulling things into your life based on how it's wired. If you don't like what's coming your way, it's not the world that needs to change, it's you. You have to train your personality to be a powerful force. This means having a clear purpose, unshakable confidence, and positive thoughts. This training isn't a one-time thing. It's a process of refining yourself, like forging steel or purifying gold. You won't attract greatness without intentionally mastering yourself. Your inner world shapes your outer world. You're more than just a body. You're a collection of thoughts, habits, and attitudes. Your dominant thoughts shape your emotions. Your emotions create your habits. Your habits define your personality. And your personality is what the world responds to. If you're shy, you'll attract hesitation. If you're bitter, you'll attract misfortune. But if you act with certainty, speak with conviction, and move with purpose, the world will start to change around you. People will be drawn to you, opportunities will appear, and money will come your way. This is because the world respects power, and power starts in your mind. Let's be clear, power here doesn't mean dominating or manipulating others. It means self-directed inner power, the kind that comes from a calm and disciplined mind. This power acts quietly, makes decisions clearly, and never waits for permission. The foundation, definiteness of purpose. Before anything else can happen, you need definiteness of purpose. You can't attract what you want if you're not clear about what that is. A confused mind can't create a focused life. Someone without a clear goal is like a boat without a steering wheel, just drifting wherever circumstances take them. Sit down and ask yourself, what do I truly want? What kind of person am I willing to become to deserve it? Don't just dream, decide, choose, and declare it. Once your mind is set on a clear goal, your subconscious mind begins to organize your personality to achieve that goal. This is the start of personality engineering. You train your character like you train your muscles, through repetition, discipline, and conscious redirection. If your thoughts drift to fear, bring them back to the present. If you start to speak weakly, stop yourself. If you move without purpose, make yourself still. Everything you do either strengthens your magnetic personality or weakens it. Watch your words, posture, and energy. Watch your words. Your vocabulary shows what you truly believe. Speak only what builds you up. Get rid of phrases like I can't, I'm not sure, or I hope so. These show weakness. Replace them with certainty, I will, I am, it is done. Your words don't just describe reality. They shape it. Observe your posture. How you carry yourself silently tells others who you are. Do you walk with slumped shoulders and downcast eyes? Or do you move like someone who expects a win? Your body isn't just reacting to your thoughts. It's also training your thoughts. Stand with confidence, and your mind will follow. The world picks up on these signals before you even speak. Let me be direct. If your energy is chaotic, you'll attract chaos. If you seem unsure, you'll invite rejection. But if you are composed, deliberate, and centered, you become magnetic. You don't chase, you draw. You don't try to convince, you compel. This isn't magic. It's how your mind and spirit work. The law of attraction isn't a superstition. It's a principle of cause and effect. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you are aligned with. Emotions are your fuel. Your emotions are the fuel for your mind. Your main emotional state creates a powerful field around you. Fear attracts delays. Worry attracts complications. and self-pity attracts neglect. But when you embody gratitude, resolve, and enthusiasm, you boost your signal. You tell life, I am ready to receive. You can't fake this energy. You have to become it. That's the real work. Start with your thoughts. Your mind is your workshop. Every idea you allow to stay there plants a seed in your future. Someone who constantly thinks about what they lack will continue to lack, no matter how hard they try. This is because the personality they show to the world is one of scarcity and desperation, which pushes success away. Instead, think thoughts of abundance. Not false hope, but a strong decision. Act as if what you desire is already yours. This isn't to fool others, but to rewire yourself. You'll speak differently, walk differently, and enter rooms with quiet expectation instead of quiet desperation. And the world will respond accordingly. Don't ask for permission to be powerful. Take it. The only obstacle to your transformation is you. Control your environment. Next, control your associations. Your personality is shaped not only by your habits, but also by your surroundings. If you spend time with people who think small, you'll shrink. If you constantly hear complaints, gossip, or mediocrity, you'll reflect it. The people in your life are either making you sharper or dulling you. Choose carefully. You don't have to be available to anyone who brings down your energy. Greatness often requires time alone before it can shine publicly. If you're serious about training your personality to attract what you want, you must be willing to be misunderstood, to be different, and sometimes to walk alone. This is because what you're becoming isn't common or average. It's not for the approval of the crowd. Persistence and focus. Persistence is key. Your personality isn't built in one decision. It's built through repetition, discipline, and showing up every day to think the right thoughts, say the right affirmations, and embody the person you want to become, even when you don't see results yet. Your current results are a reflection of your old personality. The future you want requires a new one. You have to build it layer by layer, day by day, word by word. If you don't quit, it will take root. Guard your focus. Your energy goes where your attention goes. If you spend your day consuming things that feed fear, doubt, and anger, you're weakening yourself. Replace that with things that sharpen you. Challenging books, uplifting content, and silence that allows your thoughts to become clear. Your mind must be trained like a soldier. No room for laziness, no tolerance for self-pity. The moment a negative thought comes up, treat it like an intruder. Stop it, replace it, and declare the opposite. You must develop a quick mental discipline. Power through congruence. Remember, personality isn't just charisma or being liked. It's the magnetic field of your being. It's the energy behind your words, the power behind your silence, and the intention behind your decisions. If you're inconsistent, if your thoughts, words, and actions are at odds, you'll push away what you want. But when all three align, you become unstoppable. Think of people who have captivated or inspired you. What made them powerful wasn't just what they said, but who they had become. Their personality carried their intention. That's what you must become. Not just someone who knows what they want, but someone whose very being is a command to receive it. Let others wish, you will. Let others fantasize, you will focus. Let others seek approval, you will embody certainty. The universe rewards certainty, not neediness. The universe doesn't reward neediness, it rewards certainty. You must act as if the outcome is sure to happen, not arrogantly, but with assurance and decision. The law is simple. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So, you must become the person who knows what they want and acts as if it's already theirs. This isn't arrogance or fantasy. It's a spiritual law. The inner always comes before the outer. The world is just a mirror. It doesn't give you what you demand with words. It gives you what you command with your energy, thought, and presence. Master emotional transmutation and discipline. To truly attract what you want, you must master emotional transmutation. Every setback, every hurt, every insult, these aren't enemies. They are raw materials, and your job is to turn them into power, drive, and presence. You weren't made to be fragile. You were made to transform. Turn pain into precision, rejection into resolve, and fear into fuel. No one becomes magnetic by avoiding hardship. You become magnetic by absorbing it and responding with strength. The world senses and respects this because you're no longer just reacting, you're transforming. Think of your emotions as energy. You're either using it or it's using you. When anger comes up, you can lash out, or you can channel that intensity into your focus. When doubt whispers, you can shrink, or you can stand taller and say, "Not today." Every emotion is a chance for transformation. This is why mental training and emotional discipline must go hand in hand. If your mind says one thing and your emotions say another, you'll be in conflict and the world will respond with confusion. But when your mind and emotions are aligned under your control, your personality becomes a powerful magnet. You are already attracting things into your life. The process isn't waiting to start. It's happening right now. The only question is, what frequency are you sending out? What is your dominant state of mind? If it's fear, frustration, or hesitation, don't be surprised when life gives you more of those things. You can't cheat the law. It will give you what you consistently are, not what you occasionally wish for. If you want different results, you must become a different signal. That starts with controlling your inner dialogue. What are you saying to yourself when no one is listening? Are you empowering yourself or feeding your doubt? Here's a truth. You cannot consistently perform better than your self-image. If you believe you're unworthy, the world will confirm it. If you see yourself as average, opportunities will pass you by. If you define yourself by past failures, your future will look the same. But if you see yourself as powerful, valuable, and capable, the world will start treating you that way. Not because it changes, but because you do. This isn't arrogance. It's a psychological necessity. You must speak to yourself the way a great leader would speak to their champion. Not with pity, but with clarity, fire, and expectation. You must demand greatness from yourself again and again until your very personality vibrates with certainty. This is how leaders are made. Not in crowds or with applause, but in the dark, quiet moments where you decide who you will become and refuse to be anything less. Detachment and stillness. You must understand that people don't respond to your needs. They respond to your certainty, your stillness, your self-respect. They don't follow someone who begs. They follow someone who walks with direction, even if they don't understand where that person is going. You must reach a level where your decisions don't need approval, where your path doesn't depend on applause, and where your presence says everything your words can't. You must be willing to walk away from anything or anyone that compromises your vision, your values, or your energy. Let go. Don't cling. Clinging is fear disguised as loyalty. Detachment is strength disguised as stillness. The moment you're willing to lose what doesn't serve you, you start to attract what does. This is a paradox most people never master because they're too addicted to approval, too trapped by guilt, or too comfortable. Comfort is the enemy of power. Hear me now. Comfort is the enemy of power. The moment you choose comfort over growth, you start to decline. Train yourself to prefer tension over stagnation, challenge over ease. Because every time you push your limits, your personality becomes stronger, sharper, more powerful. And that power is what the world responds to. Let's go even deeper. There's a hidden power few develop because it's misunderstood: stillness. This isn't weakness or silence from fear. but the calm authority of someone who no longer needs to prove anything. Stillness is power. It's control. It's the ability to hold your energy, your voice, your movements until they're truly needed. Most people waste energy. They talk too much, explain too much, react too quickly, and the world feels it. They're easy to predict, control, and dismiss. But the person who is still is not easy to read. They observe, they listen, they calculate. And when they move, they do so with impact. If you want to train your personality to attract anything you want, learn to hold back, to pause, to speak last, to speak less, and to let your presence speak louder than your words. This isn't manipulation, it's mastery. The person who walks into a room and doesn't need to dominate it owns it. Why? Because their stillness suggests they know something others don't. And that mystery, that self-control, that's what draws people in. Become magnetic, set boundaries. When you've trained your mind to be still, your emotions to be calm, and your energy to be precise, you won't need to chase anything. Everything will start to find its way to you because you're no longer radiating need, you're radiating certainty. Now, a warning, as you become magnetic, not only will opportunities find you, but so will distractions and tests. People will be drawn to your power. Some will want to learn, others will want to drain you. You must use good judgment. Your new personality must come with boundaries and standards, and a refusal to be pulled back into the person you've outgrown. The world will try to pull you back. It always does. When you evolve, you challenge those who haven't. They might criticize or try to bring you down, not because you're wrong, but because you remind them of what they're avoiding. Don't flinch. Don't explain. Don't apologize. Keep walking. As you walk, remember, the true sign of mastery isn't how loudly you demand, it's how quietly you expect. A king doesn't beg, a queen doesn't chase. They decide, and the world rearranges itself around that decision. You must become that deliberate, that intentional, that calm. You're not just building habits or learning tricks. You're building a vibration, a frequency, a signature presence that speaks before you enter a room and lingers after you leave. That's what attracts, not just effort, but energy. So, go beyond simple strategies and tips. Build a powerful being, a force of nature out of yourself, so that everything you desire must move in your direction. Not because you demanded it, but because your very being refused to settle for anything less. Let your personality be your message, your stillness be your power, and your certainty be your gravity. And then simply receive. The unseen engine, belief. Now let's talk about the final, deepest layer, the hidden engine behind your personality, belief. What you truly believe about yourself, deep down, beneath all the affirmations and practice confidence, is the soil from which everything else grows. Unless you pull out the weeds of unworthiness, doubt, and limitation, you'll build your personality on a shaky foundation, and it won't last. You might pretend for a while. You might act confident, speak positively, and imitate successful people. But if, at your core, you don't believe you're worthy of what you seek, it will never stay. You might attract it briefly, but you'll sabotage it, push it away, or fail to recognize it when it arrives. This is the brutal truth of personal magnetism. You can only receive what you are willing to believe you deserve. So, your final and most important task is to examine your core beliefs. Uproot every lie you've picked up from your past, from failures, criticism, family, culture, or trauma. Your job now is to become your sculptor, your architect. Strip away every belief that doesn't serve your future. Destroy the version of yourself built by fear and build a new one by decision, not by accident. You are not a finished product. You are a work in progress. And every day, through repetition, focus, and intention, you're either moving closer to the life you want or drifting further away. Internal consistency and emotional sovereignty. From this moment forward, you must practice internal consistency. This means your thoughts, words, actions, and vision must all speak the same language. If you speak powerfully but think fearfully, your energy will betray you. If you act urgently but think with doubt, you'll push away what you seek. But if your thoughts are strong, your words are precise, and your actions are bold, then your energy becomes irresistible. Life will bend in your direction, not by force, but by a natural law. Decide who you are. Write it down. Define it. Read it daily. Speak aloud. Make it so familiar to your inner self that it becomes your identity. Not someday, not if everything works out, but now. Because belief isn't born from proof, it's born from decision. This is the secret the world hides from you. Belief comes first, results come second. The average person waits for proof before they believe. The powerful person believes that until proof has no choice but to believe. With that belief, you must master emotional sovereignty. You can't be magnetic and constantly reactive at the same time. You must not let external events control your inner world. Not criticism, not praise, not setbacks, not applause. This world is designed to distract you, to pull you off course. You must become the kind of person who remains steady, calm, and clear no matter the circumstances. This isn't denial, it's discipline. Emotional sovereignty means you don't wait for good news to feel powerful. You don't crumble when things go wrong. You choose your state, you command your frequency. And from that stable inner platform, you shape the world around you. Most people chase external power, more money, more followers, more validation, thinking it will make them feel secure. But true power is always internal. It's the quiet confidence of someone who has mastered their inner self. And that kind of power isn't just attractive, it's unshakable. It doesn't rise and fall with the economy. It doesn't tremble with rejection. And it doesn't disappear when praise stops. This is because it's not built on applause. It's built on alignment, action, and results. If you want to train your personality to attract anything you want, then stop waiting, stop hoping, stop explaining. Start deciding. Start aligning. Start becoming. Become the person who walks with quiet certainty, who no longer questions if they are enough because they have decided that they are. The one who no longer hopes to be chosen because they have already chosen themselves. And in that choice, in that final, unwavering decision to become, you will find the key to everything. Finally, let's talk about action. All of this mindset, presence, belief, emotional mastery, it must be put into execution. Don't fall into the trap of being a philosopher who never builds, a thinker who never acts. Power without direction is wasted potential. You must act daily, with urgency and intensity, not rushed, but relentless. Let your behavior match your belief. Let your schedule reflect your seriousness. Let your habits loudly, clearly, and undeniably show your future. You want to be irresistible to success? Show up for it relentlessly, consistently, quietly. Let your work speak. Let your standards speak. Let your discipline speak. You don't need to announce your every move. The sun doesn't have to shout to shine. Become radiant through action. Become undeniable through results. Let your life become proof of your philosophy. And when people ask, how did you do it? How did you become this? You won't need to answer. They will already know. They will feel it. They will see it in how you carry yourself, in how you speak, in how you work. Because a trained personality doesn't try to impress. It commands respect. You won't need to explain what you attract. It will be obvious. It will reflect you. It will mirror you. It will match the person you have become. You want success? Become successful. You want love? Become love. You want peace? Become peaceful. You want power? Become powerful. Don't chase. Don't beg. Don't wait. Train. Decide. Become. And let the world catch up to you. Because when your personality is aligned with your vision, when your thoughts are married to your actions, when your belief is louder than your fear, then nothing can stop what is meant for you. This is not a secret. It is a law. This is not a hope. It is a result. This is not a wish. It is a command. And you are the source of it all. Now go, not to find yourself, but to build the one the world cannot resist.